Welcome to Behind the Badge with your special guest, Lieutenant Williams, your news source for all things police in the city of Fond du Lac.
Welcome back into Fond du Lac today. News Talk 1450 and 100.7 KFIZ. Now time for Behind the Badge as Lieutenant Williams and Officer Clapper are in the studio this morning. Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good morning. Clapper is back.
I'm back.
Let's just jump right in. You missed last week's show. We were having you here on a reliable basis. Why weren't you here?
I was sad, actually. I realized the next day that Lieutenant Williams was here without me. So I had drone training, so just learning to be the department's maverick.
And we talked about, kind of the drones, a couple episodes ago. You can go back in the archives on the Fond du Lac Police Department YouTube page. Cheap plug.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Which is now edited by Officer Clapper right now.
There you go, keeping busy.
I taught him some video editing.
He seems like a smart guy. He probably already knew how to do it on his own.
No,
It's been a long time.
Well, new program.
So you talked about, doing some training with that. What did the training all involve?
This was just a classroom training. It was a 2-day training. The classroom portion, though, just kind of covered the Part 107 drone test through the FAA. So just different topics like reading weather charts and sectional charts, stuff like that.
So it didn't sound fun.
Different airspaces. It's definitely something you got to be interested in. So it's not the most exciting training, but it has to be done. So
Did you fly the new drone?
I have flown the new drone. Yes.
Is it nicer than the old drone?
Yes, a lot better.
So we did get a new drone. It's a little smaller, right?
Yeah. Actually, probably a quarter of the size of the old one that we have, or old big drone that we had. The camera is actually a lot better and clearer as well. And the old drone we used to have FLIR, so like if you're looking for somebody maybe in a woods or something, you could have a heat signature. Well, the old one, if you launched with the non-FLIR camera, you used to have to come back and land it and put on the other camera. This one, actually, you can just press a button and it switches. So
Ooh, that is fancy.
it's very convenient.
And you talked about the training. Did you have to go somewhere for this training, or were you able to just do it right in the office?
We hosted it at the police department, so we had, I think, 4 other people in the training as well. So 4 other operators that went, and then the next day they flew. I did not. We actually rolled out our body camera.
Gotcha.
Our body camera program the next day, so I had to assist with the logistics of that.
We've really had quite a year at the PD with rolling out new stuff. I got to give it to our officers have been going through because we started the year with a brand new report writing system, and you can imagine how many different reports that are written throughout our a day.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a new system, so officers had to learn that. Along with that, a new dispatching system, so the computers in our squad cars, that's how we get dispatched to calls. So we had a new system like that. Obviously, with new computer systems, there's a lot of quirks to work out. Then we have body camera stuff that we rolled out that's brand new, and that's just rolled out like this last week. So yeah, it's been quite a year. I don't know what's next, but
I mean, we're 4 months in now, and you guys have all these new toys to play with and stuff. Let's kind of talk about the body cams, I guess, a little bit. So all the officers are wearing them on all their calls now, or how's the situation working with that?
Yeah, right now, every sworn department member from the newest patrol officer all the way up to the chief have body cameras. So every shift wears them, detectives, stuff like that. Anytime basically we have citizen contact, they're recording. So it's a great thing to have for many different reasons, but we're excited to roll it out and utilize it for investigations and all that stuff.
But like right now, neither one of you guys are wearing it, correct?
so I got in my squad or in our car about a mile here. I'm like, I didn't put my body camera on. I'm not used to leaving the office too often, so I do have to develop that new habit and practice. Now our officers, they wear them right on their uniforms or whatever, and they have a lot more places to hook their camera than I do. But at future sightings, you'll see me with a body cam on, and not Officer Clapper though, because he's light duty. So I don't think you have to wear it on light duty, right? Because
No.
This is the only place he's allowed to go other than the station. So.
And we've discussed why he's on light duty, right, in the past?
No, I don't think we have. He
I
just
don't know.
got injured while he was on duty. So you know, it's nice because it's nicer for the officers because they don't have to use all their sick time. They can work light duty, and it's nice for me because almost all the light duty things that officers do help me in my job because I have a lot of paperwork stuff to do. And actually, with the body cam rollout, like it's been super nice because we always had somebody that's at the police department that can like problem solve all the different things that can come up. But the nice thing about body cams is they have been out for a while. They so there's not a lot of problems that haven't been sorted out by another agency. So if we're having something, we can kind of call somebody else and say, hey, we're running into this. You know, what do we do for that? But it's pretty easy. Everything that they have come out with for the body cams now, because the company's pretty dialed in now, it seems to be very user friendly. The hardest part is making the new technology gel with the old technology.
And you talk about new with the old, but this is all new technology for you guys right now, right? Or are you guys still trying to blend it with something else?
So it's all new, but so if you think about when we use the body cams, it takes a lot of memory to store all that video footage, and the place that we use that we get the body cams from is it's Axon, and they have their own software that helps you download it. It's called evidence.com. And that's where all of our footage gets stored. Now we have to gel that with our current system of how we used to store videos before, which was basically we downloaded them on a different system, and then we have a couple people that actually burn them to DVDs. Like that's what they do. They burn video to DVDs on a daily basis. But so we're kind of gelling the two. We're seeing, you know, what parts can we get rid of, what parts can we keep, what parts do we like. But so far, and I was trained on the body cams, and Officer Clapper's trained better than I am. But the new system is so user friendly to the point where, like, if we're having a conversation here, and let's say I read you your Miranda rights, I can rewatch that video, and if I want to like pick up what I said or what went on during that, I can just type in the keyword Miranda. It'll go through there because it transcribes everything, and it'll go to the video where I said Miranda. So for reviewing video and stuff like that, it's amazing. Like just the technology is very far advanced from what we have been using.
Yeah, it's greatly beneficial in that aspect. I mean, if you're on a significant call, you can spend hours on this call, or you know, maybe detectives doing an interview, and they interview someone for an hour, and you used to have to go through the video and kind of click through and find maybe the statement that they made that you want to find and say word for word when you're writing a report. Now all we got to do, like Lieutenant Williams said, is we just go to the search bar and type in a word, and we can find it. Takes us to that exact spot in the video and transcribes it all for us. So it's great to definitely have for investigations.
I mean, I wish I had that type of software here at the radio station, right? Doing these long form interviews. If I could go back and I just want to cut, you know, a certain 20-second clip of it, you know, if I had that technology, that'd be way more beneficial to my work, and I could definitely see it with your work. I have to talk to the boss about that. There's got to be some kind of radio software that will do that for me.
We could just start taping them all on our body cams when we bring them.
when you remember to wear them.
Yeah.
So next week, it's going to be body cam recordings instead of on the phone.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That might be not so good. One other cool thing that I thought was cool anyway is that so you get a high-risk call, you get officers on a high-risk call, and maybe one of them activates their body cam, and maybe others forget to. Once one is activated, it's got like this proximity thing that sends out, and anything within a certain proximity, and I think it's pretty far, they all get activated. So like it's just automatic. Like if you're in proximity of one that's activated, they're all gonna go on. Which is good for transparency too, because like, you know, some people are like, well, did this person turn off their body cam or did this and that? Mm-hmm. No, they all get activated when one is on, and there's a lot of different things that can activate them. And as soon as we get advanced, because we have to install these cameras, the same kind of camera systems in our squad cars yet as well. So we have the old squad car camera system working with the new body cam, and they're gonna eventually be all one system and gel together. But I thought that was really kind of neat. We kind of learned that when we were in training. All of a sudden, they all of them started going off and made all these buttons, and we thought we like destroyed them or something like that. But it was a good training tool.
Yeah, that's good for now. I think things are going to change a little bit once we get our fleet cameras. The way that they're set up now is going to be similar to our new cameras, where if an officer turns on their emergency lights or grabs a rifle out of their car or opens the back seat doors, stuff like that, that'll automatically trigger it.
Gotcha.
But right now, the officer has to manually trigger it because we don't have the new system installed. So our dash cameras will still, and the officer's audio recorder will still activate, but right now they just have to manually turn on their cameras. And in a high stress situation, sometimes you're thinking you need to go like save someone's life or stop something from happening. So sometimes maybe people are forgetting, I don't know. But it'll be good for us to get that new system, and then it just kind of takes a step out of the thinking process of responding to a call.
Now, if they pull their taser or their handgun too, it'll turn your camera on too. So that'll be another thing, because obviously in high stress situations, one of those two things might be used. So it's good, and obviously you'd want video on something like that if a weapon was used.
100%. With the new technology coming into the squad cars, is there kind of a timeline for that?
Well, by this year for sure. When you do anything with squad cars, you kind of have to do them like one at a time. So I would imagine next coming months we'll be there. Now you can imagine there's been a push in the world for body cams and all this. So there's a long waiting list. We are up this year, and it should be the next couple months here that they start installing on our vehicles. But that process itself can take a while. So hopefully by summer we'll have it done. But you never know; these things get pushed off. And if you've been paying attention, as far as the world is like the computer chips and stuff that involved in all these, they're kind of harder to get. So with COVID and everything. So hopefully it'll be this year. I think this summer it could happen. Maybe by fall for sure.
Awesome. Sounds good. Lieutenant Williams, Officer Clapper in this morning for Behind the Badge. Before I let you guys leave, how'd the auction turn out?
So the auction, we stayed consistent. We did not sell any cars, but we have a lot of cars. So we are already doing another auction. I'm going to pull up the date because I just have been planning it today, and I'm not going to remember. I'm horrible. I believe it's going to be May 28th. We got some episodes in there I can substantiate that. There's some good ones in this next one that some people might want to take a look at. Like there's some newer cars that would be good, like starter cars if you got like a younger kid that's just learning to drive and stuff like that. That's provided that there's some time where they could get picked up or picked up by their owner or whatever. But it's gonna be another group of probably like 12 cars for auction. So that's happening up. We still have stuffed animals. I was told to push the stuffed animals. So we still have the K9 stuffed animals available at the police department. If you bought some already, buy some more. Easter's coming up. That'd be a good basket stuffer. But get them before they run out. But it's kind of getting to the point where we're getting on like the last box or so. So
awesome, guys. Really appreciate the time this morning for Behind the Badge. We'll chat next week.
Thank you.
See you next week.